I am a woman and used to work as a production assistant in pornography. I spent nearly 20 years as a production assistant in the porn industry. It was a hugely varied job, organizing sets and locations, costumes, props, organizing hair and makeup, helping with scene direction and filming and post-production, etc. Q1. What was the vibe like on set? Was it awkward or just a normal job? Q2. Were only the performers naked on the set? Q3. What kind of demands would porn stars make on set? Porn sets are actually very professional. Often it's tight budgets and strict deadlines, so people need to be disciplined and professional. When you are used to it, it's just a normal job. Yes, only performers are naked. To be honest, porn stars don't tend to make demanding most of the time. They just want to do the job, get paid, and go home. Who were the most genuine and kind talents you worked with? Sarah Jane Salone and Asa Akira. Once watched a game show-like thing with her. Asa Akira was like Britain's Got Talent, but she was so nice. Yes, there was porn. She's honestly one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Do you feel that being a woman gave you any advantages while working in the industry, or was it more additional challenges than benefit? I honestly don't think it made much difference either way to my day-to-day life. What an amazing post, and great to see all the replies to people's questions. Is there any myth about the industry you feel is simply wrong and one that is absolutely true? Thanks, I'm very happy to answer everyone's questions because I know lots of people are interested in porn, but don't know much about it. One wrong myth is that the performers are all sad people with trauma childhoods. Does working in porn make you uninterested in porn in your private, personal life? I would imagine it would lose its appeal, yeah. I don't consume porn in my personal life. This is such an interesting story because on one hand, it seems like a normal job, since you're behind the camera, but on the other hand, we see just how abnormal that job is and how it normalizes behavior that would be reviled by most people. The OP talked about her 20-year job as a production assistant and how throughout that time, she maintained a committed relationship that turned into a marriage with her current husband. Yet, in the same thread, she talks about how she gave blowjobs to her coworkers on multiple occasions and never told her husband. The most fascinating part about it is that it's presented as just something she had to do for work, like putting in some extra overtime or moving some heavy boxes. Yet at the same time, she knows that she's not going to tell her husband what happened, likely because he would respond very differently to that information. I've seen this level of compartmentalization of sex as work versus sex for intimacy before, but in the past, it's always been when talking to actual sex workers, not people working adjacent to them. One woman who was a sex worker and met her partner first as a client and quit when they moved in together, and he said he would support her. However, when she needed some extra money to send to her parents and her husband didn't have it, she would just sneak out and prostitute herself at her old job. It seems like the OP learned to compartmentalize sex for work versus sex for intimacy just by watching others do it at her job every day.
She basically learned to do this by proxy.
The downside is that I now think anyone should reassess whether they ever want to date or getting the committed relationship with someone who had any involvement in this industry.
Unless they were comfortable with a somewhat open relationship and the possibility of this happening. People have to go into relationships with their eyes open.
Excellent analysis. OP is presenting all of this as a fairly normal life, but the blowjobs for work kept secret from the husband really throws it off. My career in the porn industry. I, M34, am active in the porn industry. Right now, I am only a cameraman. I was working in the normal film industry when a friend got me to the porn industry. I started off as a cameraman and worked my way up to bigger productions and studios. In between, I even shot scenes as a male porn actor. In 2021, I shot 22 scenes as a male actor. There were only gangbangs and hardcore videos. It was fun, but after all, I decided to remain a cameraman. Today, I am a cameraman for a pretty big porn studio, and I work with a lot of really famous and big names in the industry. I know a lot of them personally, and am pretty good friends with some of them as well.
Come on, tell us something wild that's happened so far.
His camera lens fogged up, so we had to use one with a different aspect ratio.
Fucking wild. It's so fucking hot.
A job with benefits, 40-year-old female. I used to be a production assistant in the porn industry. I did occasionally have sexual encountered with the actors I used to help production assistant in the porn industry. That basically means organizing everything. Hiring actors, organizing locations and sets, buying props, organizing hair and makeup, arranging camera and sound engineers, and a million other tasks.
I was not a performer.
It's a really fascinating industry and was a really interesting job. I didn't often do slutty things, as that wasn't part of my job. But one time does stand out. An actress became really ill while we were shooting and couldn't carry on. We really needed to finish the scene, and I was roughly the same build as the actress and similar hair, so I finished the scene myself in her place and edited it so it looked like it was the same person.
When you say you acted as a stand-in, what did you have to do?
I sucked the actor and had sex with him.
Was the sex covered? Did the actor ejaculate?
He ejaculated in my chest.
Did you volunteer, or did a colleague/boss make the suggestion/volunteer you?
Was it mega awkward having the sex? So we needed a stand-in, and given the people available, I was the only viable option. I volunteered, but it was clear that they wanted me to volunteer, and I always tried to be a team player. Yes, it was really awkward. Both at the time and with colleagues thereafter.
Did you get any kind of bonus pay? Damn, sounds like you got fucked twice that day. What were the best and worst parts of the job, and did you have a favorite type of porn to produce?
It's at its best when you meet lots of different people, different personalities, and everyone is professional and wants to work together to produce a good product. The worst part was meeting women who didn't really want to be in porn, but were at rock bottom and couldn't get other jobs, so chose to do porn because they felt they couldn't do anything else.
Good insight, thanks. What would you estimate the percentage of performers being part of the second group you mentioned?
I'm not sure. It's definitely a minority of those I worked with, but I honestly don't know what percentage.
The porn industry doesn't care about you. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but I just want to tell you guys something right now. If you're struggling with porn addiction, masturbation addiction, then I highly recommend you read this. The porn industry is evil. They do not care about you. They are trying their hardest to damage this whole world psychologically through constant masturbation. And what are they still doing? Still posting new videos, still trying to lure you in every day and steal the person you're meant to be. Currently, I'm 32 days on NoFap and have grown more spiritually with Christ. And I speak this out into the universe every day. I wake up and it's, I am free from masturbation. When you speak like that into the universe, it becomes a reality. Don't let them steal the person you are meant to be, because every time you give in, they win and you lose. You have the power to eliminate a temptation or urge in the future, and where is that power? Our phones. Go to settings and limit adult sites, and you'll thank me later. I believe in you, and don't let evil take your life away. We're all meant to be somebody in this world. Stay strong. Joke's on you. They don't even care about their performers. True. I remember Mia Khalifa's statements about the porn industry and how she was forced to sign contracts. God bless you. This was really helpful.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. In the meantime, check out the other ones. They're already waiting for you. Share your thoughts on this topic in the comments and tell your own stories. Wishing you a great day, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.